Right here's Skyhaven. It's just a city floating north of Mistoke. And we're going to go through and we're going to talk to everybody. Before that, if you walk over to the right here, you fly off again, so that's how you leave. Thank you. I appreciate your welcome. Everybody's very patient in this game. Everybody's waiting hundreds or thousands of years. Okay, Terminus, we haven't been there yet. Okay, well how do we find this word? Okay, remember Bien, or Mian, however you want to pronounce that. Wasn't that crazy cyborg who was wandering the desert in Iridia? Okay, we already have Lia's bow and Loon's slicer, so that's good. I know this is a typo in the game. Obviously, Syl and Tresorn aren't on Draconia, they're on Aquatica. It's supposed to say Aquatica, not Draconia. Okay. Okay, so what we gotta do now is we gotta get the aqua parts from this dungeon, and then head and get Arakia's sword, and well, that'll allow us to go get Arakia's sword, and that'll also allow us to visit Sage Isle. Okay, so we gotta find all 5 weapons, so we got 3 to find. So if you head up here, you go to Skyhaven Dungeon. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and build up some money in Skyhaven Dungeon, and I wanna go ahead and leave after I build up the money, and go buy that claw and slicer, and then I'll come back and actually do the dungeon. But I'll go ahead and show you the new enemies while we're here. So I'll go ahead and build up some money. Okay, the enemy in the top left is called a globe, and the enemy in the bottom left is called a quasar. And that's that. Okay, in the bottom left we have a slime, and the top left we have a twig. You'll find several more varieties of the twig in this dungeon as well. And there you have it. Okay, this new enemy is called the Demoness, unless I am mistaken. Oh, it is a Demoness, good. Give a lot of experience. Okay, over on the right we have a Mantis. Okay, in the top left we have a Stickle. On the top right we have a Sphere. And I believe we fought the Pulsars in the bottom right before, but there you go. That's a pretty strong foy, isn't it? These enemies aren't too bad at this point. Just make sure you heal regularly. Okay, we're back at Skyhaven Dungeon. I bought Kara, the planar slicer, and I bought Mew, the planar claw. And this place is a really simple layout, but it's very confusing to navigate through. So hopefully I'll be able to show you an expedient way through it without getting too lost myself. Hopefully. Not promising anything. Alright. So we're heading on to our first treasure chest here. And we get the Star Mist. Now that restores everyone's hit points to full. We're going to give that to Wren because he dies the least. We'll probably never have to use it anyway, but it's good to give it to someone who you know is going to survive. Right. Don't want to get lost. If you get lost in this place, you you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. You're going to have a very hard time finding your way back out. It's just not a good experience. So hopefully you don't get lost. Here we have 2 more chests. We have a Laconian ribbon and a Moondew. Moondew brings someone back to life. I believe it brings them back to full health. We'll give that to Wren. And we'll give the Laconian ribbon to Mew, and we'll equip it on her. And let's head for the rest of the chests. Now you'll notice that it doesn't take very long to get money in this area. You get quite a bit of money from the enemies in here. So build up as much as you want and buy whatever you want. Now they tempt you with that chest, but you can't get that right yet. You gotta go around for it. I've managed not to get lost yet, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm sorry I keep pausing every now and then, but I really want to make sure that I'm not getting myself lost. Me pausing for a few seconds is better than you having to watch me backtrack. And then it also makes it easier to follow along with if you're playing along. Okay, let's get the chest. A royal crown. Let's give that to Laya, I believe. I believe she uses crowns. Yes, she does. Very good. And we've come to the last few chests. We're going to skip that one for right now. And we're going to get the hunting bow, which is the second worst bow in the game. It's right above the Lies bow. You're pretty much just going to sell that for a few hundred in the setup. And we get the aqua parts, what we came here to get. So we are now done with this area. And instead of trying to walk out, I'm just going to use an escapipe to get out. You don't need to see me backtrack. So I will meet you. Actually, where we're going to go right now is we're going to go to Landon. So I'll meet you in Landon. All you got to do is go through Elysium and use the Lies pendant and the arrow jet. And I'll meet you back at Landon. Okay, we're back at Landon. We went through the Elysium passage. And we're going to skip this. We're going to skip this arrow parts strip thing. And we're going to go ahead and use our aqua parts in this little dock here. And turn it into an aqua skimmer. Now remember when we went to the cave with Lyle in it in the very beginning to get the sapphire? The cave is right here. And remember we saw that sunken palace? Well, that's where we're going now. Here it is. And you can go any way. Any way is the correct way to go. It all loops around. Couldn't get in that for some reason. Was it a sword over there? Oh yeah, didn't they say something about Arakio's sword holding in Dark Force? Okay, go ahead and pull that out. Oh no. We let Dark Force out. Why did we do that? Alright, well, we learned Megiddo at least. Now Megiddo is a spell that you can actually use. It uses itself later in the game. Unlike in Phantasy Star 2 and 4, we can actually use it as an attack. But we have Arakio's sword now, so all we have left to get is Siren's Shot and Mion's Claw. So we're going to go ahead and head over to Iridia and go north of Hazatak and talk to Mion. But first, I'm going to go ahead and show you Megiddo and Arakio's sword. Okay. So, one, if you go to Chris's, there you see it as Megiddo over there, but you can't actually use it. And we are actually going to equip a sword now, other than the Needler's. This is the second best sword in the game. You just see his defense and damage skyrocket. So I'm gonna go ahead and head on down here to the airstrip, and then I'll meet you over in Iridia. Okay, here we are at Hazatak, and we're gonna go ahead and head north from it to find Myun. There she is. Now remember, she wanted Arakio's sword, or she recognized his sword anywhere. Okay. So unfortunately Myun dies, but she leaves behind a chest that has Myun's claw on it. And we're going to go ahead and give that to Mew. Equip that on her. And now we only have Siren Shot to get. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and head to Aquatica. And I'll meet you there. Okay, so we're in the southeastern part of Aquatica. I flew there. I actually stopped by Rysel first and bought Chris some royal boots, and Elias some force boots. So Kara should have force boots, Elias should have force boots, Mew should have force boots, and Chris should have royal boots, and Wren can't wear boots. So, but anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and head to Sage Isle. So let's transform into an aqua skimmer and head due north. Now you can go from any of the docks to head here. I just happened to fly to that one. Okay, and here's Sage Isle. Let's head on through. There are a lot of new enemies here. Make sure you rest up before you come here. Okay, we have a Drake to the left and Azure Fires to the right. You see that Chris does a lot of damage now with Arakio's sword. You're going to head right first, and you're going to skip the first passage down and head on to the second one. Okay, we have a Wraith to the left and a Worm to the right. Get a lot of experience in this place. And we are nearing the end of the game. We're very close to the end already. Let's get this. And we have a Royal Emerald. You can sell that for quite a bit of money. And this chest we have a Vulcan. Now that's for Wren. It's just a regular gun for Wren. He doesn't have any space. Let me actually go up and free up some of his space. Let's give these. You want him to have a little bit of space. Okay. Let's go ahead and give this Vulcan to Wren. Have him equip it. Now there's not really a reason to do this. You'll see why in a minute. You see that's a little bit stronger. There's not really a reason to do it though. You'll see why. Okay, we got a Caliph in the top left. I'm sorry if I'm kind of quiet. I don't know how loud this is going to be compared to the game. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay, we got a dragon to the right. Okay, you'll notice down here you have someone that looks like Wren, so let's go talk to him. And it is Siren. That's okay, bud. Oh, he gives us an item. He dies and gives us an item, and it's Siren Shot. This is better than the Vulcan we just picked up. So we now have all 5 legendary weapons. We have the Loon Slicer, the Siren Shot, Arakio's Sword, Myun's Claw, and Elias' Bow.